Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Space Dragon 777, Nature Fairy 777 as well. And let's get started. Happy Tarot Tuesday and happy new week whenever these messages find you. They are meant to find you. And this is also a general reading for the collective. So whoever is viewing this right now, whoever is watching this video, whoever's tuned in to the frequency, the energy, and the messages, please really take everything that I say with a grain of salt. This is for open-minded folks only. People that are willing to learn new things and change with the times for the better, for self-improvement and self-development and all that jazz, for spiritual wisdom and knowledge too. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling lost, take every message lightly, but also if something just doesn't sit well with you, if it doesn't feel like it resonates, it's not. Just see it as a message that's for someone else, and only connect with the energies that feel right, that do resonate. Leave the rest behind. Like some of my favorite readers say, discard the rest, or just leave the rest behind you, because those are messages for meant for other ears and eyes. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and then we'll get started. I'm going to clear the energy. I already saged the cards. Blah. Sorry, I can't even speak. I already saged the cards that I'll be using today for our reading. But let's begin with a little bit of sound healing and clearing to really ground ourselves and clear our own energies. If we've been holding on to a lot from this past weekend, or even from yesterday, from the previous day, I hope this helps prepare you for the rest of the week. Wow, that definitely felt like it helped lift a lot of weight that I was holding on to from yesterday, from the whole getting back into the work routine, from your weekend and from Super Bowl weekend, Oh my God, Bad Bunny was so great. Everyone that showed up, the whole performance, everything. I'm not a football person at all. When it came to supporting my friends back in high school, I was all for attending their games and everything, and that was a lot of fun. But when it comes to sports, I'd rather play the sport than watch it. That's just me. I am a Dodger fan, though. I do enjoy baseball because I do understand the sport. And I do also enjoy other sports too. I'm always open to learning different games and different strategies and all that jazz, because I feel like there's a lot to learn everywhere and from anyone. So yeah, anywho, sorry for that little mini rant, but let's get started, y'all. I hope you all had a pretty positive weekend and you got to rest. I hope it was peaceful. I hope that you got to spend it with the ones that you love. The important ones, the ones that you love and care about. All right, I hope y'all are ready for this new week. Happy new week. We are officially in the second week of February. Wow, can you believe that? January's already past us. What a trip. All right. I ask for our guardian angels, our ancestors, our spirit guides, God, goddesses, whatever you believe in. Universe, spirit, light beings, friends, past ones that are only of light and love and harmony and peace. May only those beings enter this space in this present moment. May you give us more clarity into our lives to help us recharge and reset ourselves for this new week. So that way we're better prepared for what comes our way. Because life be lifing. And we just want to make sure we're prepared for it and we have the right guidance along the way. And may we be open-minded with all the messages that we receive, and may we all connect energetically in this present moment. Amen. Om. Love and light and all that's good and right. Okay, so what messages do you have for us today? Universe, spirit, angels. What? Ooh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll take it. This is so cool. I really enjoy getting a blank card because this to me always represents starting off anew, new beginnings. Sorry for the lighting, y'all. There's like a power outage in my neighborhood apparently this morning, so because I am recording this in the morning, so you know, this is why I have these little lights, candle lights up, to just add a little more light to the dresser that I'm doing this reading on currently. So hopefully these little lights help. But yeah, like I was saying, and the light from my window is really helping. Thankfully, it is a gloomy day, but it is pretty bright, so that's helping. You see that glare? Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, new beginnings, fresh new slate, a blank canvas to start painting on, to start writing on, a page, a new chapter. So this could be, that's how I see it, at least. Oh. Whoa. Okay, right off the bat, we have Queen of Swords reversed, and we also have 8 of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Swords upright definitely has more positive messages, okay? This is Virgo energy, Libra energy as well, water and air. And the Queen of Swords is very sharp, and she has an unbiased judgment of others. So she doesn't have favorites. She has fair judgment. She's independent. She has clear boundaries. She's direct. She's very direct. She could be blunt. She could kind of come off as a little bit mean or assertive, I would say, more assertive. She's definitely a leader. She has definitely direct communication. Like I was saying earlier, she could be blunt. She could be straight up, straightforward. She doesn't like beating around the bush. She does not like bullshit. She can sniff bullshit from miles away. She's clear-minded, and she's very perceptive. She notices things very well, very in detailed ways. However, we got the reversed version. Let me take another sip of coffee before I get into this reversed message card. So the reversed version of her is overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, cold-hearted, cruel, bitterness. You may have been feeling this way in the past or currently, or because I am feeling 2 different energies right now in this spread so far. This is you, collective, the blank slate card. You starting off fresh, having new beginnings, being independent, starting off anew, focusing on yourself and rewriting your story, and preparing for a new year, a new month, a new you. New connections, deepening current connections, making space and room for all of the abundance that you are about to experience and receive. And maybe this whole new change and shift, this new beginning, is perhaps making someone feel a bit bitchy, a bit insecure, overly reactive and emotional. This person can definitely feel cold-hearted towards you. They could be feeling very cold, very distant. They may have even been treating you very cruel or have treated you cruel. And maybe that's why this led you to your new beginning. Maybe they pushed you towards this new beginning. Maybe. Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Cause maybe. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. My dog, Venus, one of my youngest fur babies, I've said in my previous videos, she's super alert and she's on it. She's the best guard dog. I don't even like calling her that. I would say guardian. She's the best guardian. One of the best guardians that I currently have. She's very aware of who comes around our space, so she likes to let me know every single time, so excuse me. But like I was singing, do 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 do, cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, You're my wonder wall. The reason why, I don't know why that song, first of all, I haven't heard this song in years, and I'm definitely going to listen to that song after this, after we're done with this reading, because I love that song. But it's interesting that that's the song that came to mind, because I'm just feeling a breakup of some kind, whether it was with a friend, but definitely like a partnership of some kind, like a kind of collaboration with maybe someone very close to you, a friend, a lover, an ex. It could even be a boss, an old coworker, someone that you really got along with, that you got close to, that you really connected with, had similarities, a lot of similarities with, you shared a lot of experiences with. This whole disconnection, the breakup, whatever happened, this was causing you in the past to feel like you were not good enough. It was making you feel like you just had a lot more self-limiting beliefs. And excuse my dogs, they're kind of like wrestling right now, right next to me. So if you hear little grunts, yeah, it's them. Having a little fun. Puppy play. So yeah. For the reversed, so the upright Eight of Swords has the meanings are manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decisions, business, the ego. Okay, negative, it also means negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment. But we got the reversed, and the reversed means self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, opening up to new perspectives, self-acceptance, and freedom. So I'm getting like 2 or 3 different messages. The first is maybe you have been becoming more bitchy, and this is the this is like from the point of view of others. Maybe others are thinking this way of you because of this new beginning, this fresh new start. Maybe they are experiencing a different you. Maybe they're criticizing you and calling you over emotional, and you're a lot more cold-hearted. You've become more mean. Because of your coldness, you've become bitter through your experiences, and you're treating others cruelly because they're no longer gaining what they were gaining when they were taking advantage of you, when you were not in your when you were not connecting with your higher self. Whoever these narcissists were, or narcissistic like folks, who were selfish, who were liars, who were taking advantage of you. Energy vampires. I'm getting energy vampires. Maybe they have been judging you and your new journey, your new chapter in your life, and you choosing you, in other words. Maybe they've been judging you because of that, and I don't know why I'm being called to touch this crystal right now. Had to dust it off just a little bit. I gotta clean my crystals a little more, but yeah, this one's really interesting. It looks like black obsidian, but speckled with a little bit. Or maybe it's because it's still rough. It's not tumbled. This is still black, but it's rough. So it looks gray, but it's just because it's rough. It looks almost like an arrow or a triangular shaped. So maybe all these negative energies that you were experiencing from this person or group of people were causing you to have self-limiting beliefs when you were in this connection, but you're no longer feeling trapped with your self-limiting beliefs anymore. You are instead feeling the opposite. You're gaining new perspectives. You're opening up yourself to new perspectives. You're accepting yourself more. You're forgiving yourself for maybe not leaving sooner, for maybe not disconnecting or detaching yourself sooner. But it's not your fault. Everything has a reason and time for whatever the case may be. It was meant for you to experience that in the span of time that you did. So don't be so hard on yourself, because you just went through a lot of emotional baggage. And also another thing I'm getting was maybe this person or this group of people, because they were so drama filled, they were almost like a drama starter, a drama magnet. They were very dramatic, very emotional, very chaotic, emotionally chaotic and emotionally unstable. They were very easily influenced by others, and because of this, it created a rift, a barrier of some kind, something that got in the way. There was definitely a third party interference here, whether it was some other person, another lover, or other people that were instigating, that made this disconnection or detachment or breakup of some kind happen. And they were probably the ones that were a bitch to you. They were the bitchy ones, and they were cold-hearted towards you. They were even very cruel and very bitter towards the end. And it caught you off guard, and it caused you to look internally and like really think to yourself, like, oh my God, like what was wrong with me? Like did I do something? What did I do to have them react that way? What did I do for them to treat me so cold-heartedly, so cruelly? You had that inner critic, your inner consciousness, that voice in your mind, and like making you think, second guess yourself on what happened. Maybe blaming yourself for maybe saying the truth, maybe noticing that masks were false, or noticing the falseness of these people and the loosening of their masks was more prevalent for you. Maybe you started to notice more slip-ups. Maybe they were getting like too comfortable, and you started noticing a lot more than maybe you were supposed to, quote unquote. This has caused you to go so deep into yourself with healing and self-reflecting and resetting yourself, starting fresh and having a new beginning, releasing those negative thoughts, completely opening up to a total new perspective, and finally accepting yourself, accepting the truth of what happened in the situation, and really knowing that it wasn't your fault. If this feels like it was a buildup of resentment, of miscommunication, misunderstandings, and also like very low effort, I feel like whoever you were dealing with really played you or tried to play you a fool. They thought you were dumb. They underestimated you. They definitely were taking advantage of you. They were definitely draining your energy, and they were benefiting off of you just talking to them, period. You being connected to them, period. Them having access to you, period. They were benefiting in so many different ways. And maybe you were wondering, fuck, why do I feel so drained or tired when I'm done hanging out with them? Like, why am I? And now you're not. You're experiencing freedom. You finally have forgiven yourself for the mistakes that you made also. Maybe for not leaving sooner than when you really felt you needed to, when you really felt 11:11 on the timer too. Oh my gosh, when I said that. Yeah, that's confirmation. You guys felt you're forgiving yourself for not leaving the scenario sooner. You're finally accepting that, and you're aware. You've been doing so much reflecting. You were in hermit mode for so long. You were in the shadows. You went inward. You haven't really been socializing as much as you used to, but it's because you've gone through some shit, and you are now finally experiencing a breath of fresh air and freedom. And because of the self-acceptance and forgiveness, you are... Hey, relax. Excuse my dogs. And because, like I was saying, and because you've been experiencing this self-forgiveness and self-acceptance for what has happened and how it wasn't your fault and you were not the one to blame, you've been feeling and experiencing so much more freedom inward and all around you. You feel a lot more free and secure and solid and stable within yourself, because you are now opening up like a flower. I'm seeing like you're opening yourself up to new perspectives, and maybe this change is also ruffling up some feathers. A lot of people don't like this change, it feels like, but maybe it's also because they don't like the discomfort that they're experiencing, because they know they gotta change. There's a lot of people that don't really accept change. They don't, because change is uncomfortable, but it's also inevitable, and we have to accept the fact that everything changes. Nothing in this life is permanent, only energy. But it does change form. It never dies, but it changes forms. It transforms and alchemizes and all that jazz. And maybe these people that were benefiting from you aren't happy with the fact that they know they have to do some inner healing too, and they have to do some inner work. And maybe they're annoyed, they're frustrated, they're mad that they have to be the ones to do the work. They really don't want to. If they didn't then they definitely don't want to now. And maybe it's because they don't want to go back to very traumatic moments in their lives as a child. I don't blame them. I have been doing a lot of inner work myself. This is the second time I have a therapist in the past 5 years or so. And it's very necessary. I've been seeing my new therapist, or my current therapist, for about a year now, it's going to be. And I've never felt any better. More stable and secure and more healthy. And yeah, like, I just feel like it's hard. Like I was saying, like, whoever these folks are, person that wronged you, the person that you were experiencing this disconnection with, like, whoever they are, they don't even feel like they have to do shit, like they have to do the work. But eventually they will realize, and they'll have to acknowledge that whether they stay the same, they stay stuck in time, or whether they change, life is going to go on. Life's going to continue without them, whatever they decide. And it's always just going to affect them. They're going to be the ones hanging on to all that trauma and pain and suffering. You know, the goal is to eventually learn from our mistakes and do better. change our bad habits, change our choices, our decision making, really sharpen our discernment, and really do better about... Sorry, I'm going to take another sip of coffee. And really do better about being an all-around better human being and person. However you identify. Like, doesn't matter if you're more feminine, if you're more masculine, or if you're balanced, if you... Wow. We got the demon card. Speaking of inner demons and healing from our past bad habits, overcoming self-doubt. Let's see what the demon card has to say, because we all have an inner demon and inner angel. That's what I believe. In other words, the lightness and the darkness within us. But yeah, I feel like what I'm saying, what I was saying a few seconds ago, is connected to this demon card. So let's see what Spirit Universe has to say more about that. Overcoming self-doubt. This card represents a negative inner voice that we all experience from time to time. Every self-seeking desire stems from this negative force. It may tell you you're not good enough or not capable of achieving your dreams. It may cause you to feel angry, feel sad, or blame others if things don't go your way. I've been there. All the difficulties and traumas of my life had a mammoth impact on my psyche, including the poverty of my childhood, my parents' divorce, being bullied at school, taken aged 10 to a foreign country that was at war, Cyprus, where I witnessed bombings and killings going back to Israel with nothing to my name, fighting in the 6-Day War, also known as the 1967 Arab-Israeli War, in which I was wounded, once again seeing death and destruction around me and having to shoot at others. In the Jewish mystic tradition of Kabbalah, recognizing the negative force of self-doubt is the first step toward transformation and growth. As such, self-doubt can be used as a tool that helps us to overcome challenges, grow, and become the best we possibly can be. The message is, this card is a sobering reminder to be aware of the devious nature of demons within. Like I was saying earlier, we all have inner demons and inner angels within us. It's a warning not to identify with that critical voice of self-doubt inside your head that tries to self-sabotage. So heed this warning and remember that the game of life is all about overcoming the demons within. Even if you feel wronged or judged, it's important not to dwell on this or let it negatively affect you. Instead, call it out, learn from it, let it go, and move on. The exercise, if you, of course, like I was saying earlier, take what resonates. You don't have to do this exercise, but if you feel called to, go for it. Bring to mind an incident from the past that still bothers you and or leaves you with the feelings of self-doubt. Take a deep breath in, then breathe out as you visualize cutting a cord between you and the incident. Then say out loud, I choose to let go. Wow. If y'all are curious, because this this deck caught my attention because I'm a spooky gal. I like to call myself a spooky gal. I'm really into the paranormal, the unknown, the unexplainable stuff, also conspiracy theories. I'm very open-minded to a lot of different things, and I really like to keep my thoughts curious, open, and non-judgmental, because I feel like we all have a lot to learn from each other in so many different ways. And not only did the artwork from this deck like pull me in, but the more and more I started connecting with this deck and I started reading about Uri Geller, this is the extraterrestrial oracle. 52 divination cards to channel the wisdom of aliens. If y'all are interested in this kind of stuff, like I am, check it out. This is actually one of the coolest card decks I have ever purchased. And it has a variety of different... I love it because it's very diverse in spirituality, religions, all kinds of wisdom and stuff that's very interesting. And this person, Uri Geller, look him up. He's a very, very interesting person that I think you guys would also find really interesting. So yeah, look him up. Okay, we're not done yet. I would like to end. We have come to the ending of this reading, and I would love to pull a magic tree for this week. What last messages? God, spirit guides, universe, light beings, nature elementals, because we are connecting to tree spirits and energy right now. What messages do you have for us? Thank you. The Elm Tree, 37, Faith. This is the first time I've pulled this card. It's beautiful. What a beautiful tree. Good seeds are sown or sown, bringing the hope of success in the accomplishment of growth. I'm going to read that again. Good seeds are sown. Wow. I don't know why that's... It sounds like I'm saying sound. I'm going to read that one more time. Third time's a charm. Sorry. Good seeds are sown, bringing the hope of success in the accomplishment of growth. There it goes. Now let's go a little deeper into the message. Let's see what this magic tree has to say for us this week. And thank you all. If you all have listeners, viewers, subscribers. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider. It's free. All it is once you're subscribed, once you tap the bell underneath this video, you will get updates, notifications on your phone or any kind of device once you are subscribed via email or via YouTube app. You will be receiving the messages on there once you have subscribed. But if you don't, that's also okay. I still support you tuning in and supporting me. All right, so this last message from the elm tree. Because of its rich foliage and sap, the elm is sacred to Saturn, Roman god of agriculture. Representing fertility, it foretells that your wish will meet with success. Its other meaning is the need to give way and let nature run its course, to sacrifice what you have for what could be. Elm wood is flexible and durable and does not rot when wet. You probably know in your heart that your wish will be granted. A hopeful sign is that elm twigs are used as divining rods. The elm tree stands at the entrance to the underworld as a living connection between the living and the dead. What comes to you is blessed by heaven. It may be that all you need to do is wait and have faith in nature. I love that. And that's it. Thank you all for tuning in to my channel, to this collective general reading. I hope that you got many that you received many positive messages from it and guidance, whatever the case may be. I hope you got to learn a little bit more about yourself, your inner self, and about any of those energies that are currently surrounding you, any of these energies. May you continue to be the best you can be for yourself and for those you love and the people that you work with, the people that you're constantly around, that you're surrounded by. May we all continue to become better this year in 2026, in the year of the fire horse, which is coming up on the 17th. But until then, y'all, until the next Tarot Tuesday, take care, and thank you all for tuning in. Bye.